Hey, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to get the. Oh, wait. I think it's supposed to be here. Okay, there it is. If anybody wants to come on and chit chat, that is the link, but I'll have to approve you first because I'm not about to take the chance of somebody coming on doing something crazy. The afro is back. Um, my hair just. Okay, let's talk about hair first. So, for those of you that are new, I had dreads for almost 20 years. Before, and I recently cut them off 2 years ago. So, in 2019 or 2020? 2020, I think. I think I cut them off in 2020. Um, because they had just got too heavy. They were past my butt and they had just got too heavy. It was too much for me to wash because I have arthritis and that stuff was bothering my hands, wrists, everything. So I cut them. So now I am on this natural hair journey, just growing out my natural hair. So having not dealt with my natural hair for 20 years almost is a lot. So before I grew my dreads, I was the ponytail queen. Slick back, slick back hair with just, curly, kinky ponytails, all kind of ponytails. But, I wore my hair slick back all the time. And I know that my hair was longer back then, so it was easier for me to slick it back. But it just seems like my hair is a totally different texture now than it was when I was in my 30s. It just seemed like my hair was a lot more manageable back then. But I have to look at the fact that I have had my thyroid removed. And your body just changes. The older you get, everything about your body is going to change. Your hair, your nails, your weight, your skin, everything. The older you get, the more different your body is. So adjusting to this hair is a lot. I get up in the morning and it is legitimately shrunk down to my scalp. You would think somebody was like on the inside of my head with that little roller thing and just pulling the hair inward. I have to get up, I have to wet it, I have to put conditioner on it and everything because it's just so coarse and tightly coiled that it's just crazy. And thank God I'm not tender headed because it would just be a big matted hat on my head if I was tender headed because I wouldn't be able to comb through this. It's a lot. Why y'all didn't tell me how much it was gonna be? But I don't want to dread, even though people, when they see me with my hair twisted, oh, you going back? No, I'm not. I just keep my hair twisted so that it's more manageable. I don't have to worry about it kinking up and, getting matted and having it's just a lot keeping it moisturized and this the hair is you gotta work with it. It's not, it ain't easy. It's really not. And I've been trying all different type of products, on my hair to see which ones my hair like the best. And it just seemed like my hair don't like shit but water. My hair don't like nothing. Well, it does like this. It my hair did really well with what is that the Diana Ross daughter's name? I think her hair care line is Patterson or Pattern or something like that. The leave-in conditioner that she now my hair didn't like the shampoo and conditioner, but the leave-in conditioner my hair did like. But I'm not paying $35 for no bottle of leave-in conditioner. As much leave-in conditioner as I need for this hair, I'm not paying $35 for that. No, that's not gonna happen. Not in this lifetime. Now maybe when I was younger and I didn't care about things and I didn't, other things were not a priority for me. And I don't think I ever lived that life because I've always had, priorities. I've always had kids and sports and, school clothes and all of that kind of stuff. So I've always had priorities: car, insurance, rent, cable, all of that kind of stuff. So I've always had priorities. So $35 for a bottle of conditioner just doesn't sit well with my spirit. I'm just not going to be able to do that because I wash my hair every week. So $35 for some conditioner? No, I'm not going to do that. For some leave-in conditioner, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I can't use Cantu anyway because it makes my scalp itch. So I'm not really sure if I'm allergic to something in the Cantu, but it always makes my scalp itch. Now my granddaughter, who has a totally different hair texture from mine, she is Filipino and black. Her hair likes Cantu. Mine don't. Well, shoot it to me, girl, because I need it. Phoenix. I leave my hair twisted or braided unless I take it down to go out. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Just every night, just braid my hair back up in just big, you know, big sections. Not like if it's not twisted, if I'm not wearing it in a twisted style, I think every night I'm just going to have to put some braids in there. And usually if I braid it, if I put some leave-in conditioner in there and I braid it, when I get up the next morning, it'll be curly, wavy or whatever, and it'll be decent. This is from not doing anything to it last night but going to sleep. And today, if I don't comb through this, I'm definitely gonna have to wash it because it's kinkabooed. It's kinkabooed. Yeah, it's so tangled, and especially like in the back, it's like tangled and matted, and oh shit. That's where I'm trying to get my hair to be. I'm not going to cut it anymore, because when I first cut my dreads, I just kept cutting it because I like the sides low and a little bit more on the top, but I'm not going to cut it. I just want to see, like, how will it grow out. Alafia. Okay, so let's get started, you guys. So I have decided, after a lot of prayer and thought and information, that I will be continuing my journey into Ifa. Now, if you really follow me, you know that I think in 2012, no, it had to be 2014 because I think me and my husband were married. I got scammed by someone who said that they were an Ifa priestess. because I had met someone else who was in her house who said that they had been crowned by her, I thought it was legit. So I went to her, and thank God, I don't think she got more than $150, $200, something like that. I should have knew then that it was, it was too cheap. It just, it wasn't right. I should have known, but I don't know. I just didn't have the experience that I have now. And I talked to somebody. I talked to my god sister, who I think has like probably close to 20 years in OSHA, and she told me not to do it because she was like, "Who is she? Who knows her? No one knows her. Don't do this." But she is not in the state of California, and so I was like, "Well, maybe you don't know her because you don't live here. You so far away. Maybe you just don't know all the people in this area." And she was like, "No, I don't think it's right." But I did it anyway because, I'm one of them kind of people, or some what I was. I'm not that person anymore. I was one of those type of people where if I had already made up my mind about something, I was gonna do it. I did it. So yeah, she ended up not being who I thought she was. So come to find out, a couple of years later, she put up a GoFundMe to reach, I think, a $20,000. I think 20,000 or something like that was her goal, to go to Nigeria to get crowned. She wasn't who she said she was. So me and her basically were on the same level. She had just received her Aleke. She had just went through the first stage, just like me, and received her Alekes. And she took that and ran with it. Now, some people do. This is as far as some people go. This is it for some people, and that's fine. It's not everyone's destiny to wear a crown. That's not, that may not even come up in your reading that you are supposed to wear a crown. It came up in mine, my first reading, as a matter of fact. So anyway, but that was for Santeria, Lukumi. My first reading was for Lukumi. Now that I've done more research, I'm not really into the saints. And when I really look back at the tradition of Lukumi, and the majority of people that I'm not going to say all of the people that practice Lukumi, because there are black people that practice Lukumi, but the bulk of people that practice that are from like a Latin descent, are more Hispanic and Puerto Rican, Dominican, all of those people on that side of the world, because that's where the slaves were dropped off at, practice Lukumi. And I don't know, like I just don't want to, you know, I don't know. It's just something about that. The majority of people, um, Babalaos and your godmother and your godfather, all of those people will be Hispanic. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be Hispanic. There's going to be a language barrier there. And it's just something that I don't want to deal with. I really don't. Even though the house that I got into, they were black, there were, Hispanic people in the house, but the mother of my house, the Ia or Madrina, she was African American. My Aibona was African American. So there was a mixture. Everybody spoke English. So there was no problem there. But there are a lot of houses, there are a lot of Madrinos or Patrinas that if you look online, you see a lot of people that practice Santeria are Hispanic. A lot of the Babalaos on YouTube, they are Hispanic. And I have not, please don't take this the wrong way. I don't have nothing against Hispanic people. I don't have anything against people from, who have Latin descent or whatever, but I just don't want to do that. I want to practice something that is more traditionally African, which would be Ifa. So, y'all, we on a journey for Omo Oshun to receive the hand of Ifa. That's our new journey. That is where we're going. And this time it is going to be legitimate because I want to know who your godmother is, who their godmother is, where they came from, who crowned you, who is their head. I'm going to ask every question in the book because I feel now my spirit is a lot calmer than it was when I was like in my 30s and 40s. I was more of a type of person that wanted to get it done right now. And sometimes not sometimes, you can't have that, microwave spirit when it comes to spirituality. You really have to take your time and understand what you're doing, who is doing it. Unfortunately, this is not just like one of those religions where you walk into church and you know that the person at the podium is the pastor, and he's going to cover you as the shepherd because when you go to church, the pastor is the shepherd and the parishioners are the sheep or the flock. So of course that person is the person that's going to be taking care of you. In African traditional religion, it's not that easy. You're not just going to walk into a church and know who the roles that everybody play. It's just not that simple, unfortunately, because this religion originated in Nigeria. I'm in California. So you have to really you really have to be diligent. You really have to be willing to do your research. And if you're not willing to do your research, you will end up like me, scammed. But thank God it wasn't a whole lot of money, but that does happen a lot. I was watching one young lady's video, and she went from wherever she lived. She went to Nigeria to get crowned. And she said they had promised her all of this stuff. And, they were going there to the church of some Ifa church that is like famous in Nigeria. And she was like, she got there and it was shanty houses. I mean, like damn near huts where she had to stay for a whole week. And water was scarce. It looks like food was scarce. I could not have done that. I'm not even gonna lie. If I had got there and there were no sidewalks and it was just dirt and I no electricity, no beds, you sleeping on the floor of the shanty house, and I couldn't have did that. I would have been like, oh no, take me back to the airport. I don't care how much it costs. I can't sleep here. I can't stay here for a week. I couldn't have did it. I can't. I ain't even gonna lie. That's not for me. It ain't. That type of, I don't want to get that close to my culture. I'm too old for that. I don't want to go nowhere and sleep on the floor for a week and, just legitimately be uncomfortable for spirituality. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. And for what I want to do, I think receiving the hand of Ifa and my warriors is enough. I don't particularly want to go any farther than that. I don't think. Not at this stage of my life. But I'm going to have a reading soon. I think I found someone, and I'll tell you guys after it happens. Um, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to film anything, but I will ask if I can at least film us, having a conversation and stuff. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to film the entire reading, but I am going to have a reading, and I am going to. Hello, Ben Stinker. And hey, KK, intuitively in sync. I am going to have a reading done, and we are going to move forward. Oh, and one other thing. I'm going to do the ancestry DNA testing because I want to. My grandson, I've told you guys before, my grandson had his done. His mom had his done. So my grandson his mother is Caucasian. And of course, his father is black because his father is my son. So he had his done, and of course, his came back with like 50% of his ancestry being, maybe it wasn't 50%, but it was like Welsh, English. I think he had like a little Irish. But then the other part was Nigerian. He had like some parts of Nigeria, some parts of the Cameroon, and I have had many African men walk up to me and ask me before they really realized that I was American, because I would be at like African restaurants, Ethiopian restaurants, or whatever. And they have asked me, was I from the Cameroon? They said I really look like a Cameroonian woman. You know, like I've had men say, like my facial structure, he was like the Cameroonian women are like, lighter or your complexion, and the women are heavier, round faces, just interesting, very pretty. If you look up Cameroonian people, look up the images on Google, you will see, and I do look similar to them. So my grandson did come back with some, majority was Nigerian and Cameroon and some other stuff. So either, because your grandkids do get a percentage of DNA from you. They get the majority, of course, from their parents, both of their parents, and then they get a little bit from their grandparents. So I'm really thinking that that Nigerian hopefully is me. I mean, it could be his grandfather, like my kids could have picked up that Nigerian from their dad, but I don't think so. I really don't. His family looks totally different than my family. So I want to find out. I want to do my own DNA test and see, but I really do think that my DNA will be traced back to Nigeria. But we're going to see, because I'm going to I want to do more than one. You took the that's the one I want to do, Phoenix, the African ancestry. I do want to do more than one also. So that is the one that I want to do. So I've really been thinking about, well, more than thinking about it. I think I'm gonna order it like tomorrow or whatever. Hey, intuitive medium, how are you? My dad did his, and he has so much from Ghana, Nigeria, and Egypt. My mom and grandma is native Indian. My family on my dad's side looks very native. They have really high cheekbones. All of the people on my dad's side of the family have almond eyes. All have very small, not small, but what we call tight eyes, which are almond shaped eyes. They're not tight. It's just the shape of our eyes. So I used to get teased all the time when I was little. People used to be like, "Oh, is your dad Chinese?" Because they had seen my mom. They knew my mom wasn't Chinese because they knew she was black because she would come up to the school and volunteer sometime, but they had never seen my dad. So they were like, "Oh, is your dad Chinese? Because you got Chinese eyes." And I would be like, "No, my dad's black." But that like really bothered me for a long time that, kids would do that. But of course now I'm extremely proud and love my almond eyes. But everybody on my dad's side of the family mostly have these eyes. You know, we all look alike. So, and they have like really high cheekbones and real darks. I mean, real dark skin. Like, that dark skin where the skin is so dark that it just glistens, it just shines. That's how my dad's side of the family looks. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Hey, Ken Fitness, my DNA test was 37% Nigerian and 20% Benin, 10% Congo. Okay, all right. Several people I know discovered their father was not their father, and a few discovered a few friends that they grew up with on their street were their siblings. I hope I'm supposed to have an older sister that my dad had before he moved to California. And so my father came to California. I was born, and 2 years later, he was unfortunately killed. Now, my mother was pregnant when my dad got killed, and she delivered a baby some months after my dad died. And my little sister died a crib death. So it left me as the only girl. So it was said that the reason why my dad left Arkansas was because he had a baby and he wasn't ready to deal with that. He was young. He was like 18, 19 years old. And he left Arkansas and came to California and did the same exact thing that he did in Arkansas. So I'm supposed to have an older sister. And it sure would be nice for me to be able to find her doing the ancestry thing. It would really be nice. I'm not sure. These were just rumors floating around in the family, and I think like after my dad passed, people just how when a tragedy happened, everybody just shut down. Ain't nobody saying nothing, and it was just a mess. And I don't know. And then I got adopted. My mama went crazy. She started drinking because not only did she lose my dad, she lost my sister, who everybody said looked more like him than I did. And my mom legit went crazy, like cuckoo. Like one night, just went out in the street and was just screaming. I was little, like I don't remember this, but my aunt told me that, after my sister unfortunately passed away from SIDS, my mother's mind just snapped. And she just like went outside one night and she said she was hearing voices and she was hearing my sister crying and she was trying to find my dad. My dad was gone. And it's to listen to that story, like I feel sorry for her. I really, really do. And I think they locked her up for a while to, try to stabilize her moods and help her and stuff, but it never really helped. My mother literally drank herself to death because she just, some grief you just can't get over. And she couldn't get over it. She legitimately couldn't get over it. She was drinking and just drank herself to death. Poor thing. Thank you, Binge Thinker. Karen Karen said I did African ancestry to trace my mother's line. It took it back to, is it the Jola tribe of Guinea? Yeah, I can't wait to get mine done because I just want to, I just really want to know who it is. My grandfather isn't my grandfather and my surname isn't really my surname. Well, see, my name was changed after the adoption. They gave me my uncle's last name, and my mother did that. So, okay, so my aunt and uncle started the process of adopting me after my father passed. My uncle didn't survive. He died of cancer just like months before the adoption was final. But because his name was already on the adoption papers, it was legal, that he was my father. And I received his Social Security because legally I was his child. So my last name was changed from my biological father's last name to my uncle who adopted me. So my surname is totally different than what it really is supposed to be. But both names, Evans and Williams, are names that can be traced back to slave plantations. So it don't matter. If you have a very common last name, Evans, Williams, Johnson, Brown, Smith, all of those last names are the names of your ancestors' oppressor. They're Gizmo, Gizmo. You want to go outside? Hold on, y'all. I think you gotta go pee. Hold on. Give me 2 minutes. No, you gotta go this way. It come right back too. Don't go in the backyard. Good boy. Thank you. Okay. All of those last names. Gizmo, Jennifer, say hi. All of those. Oh, we're gonna go back over it, Jennifer. All of those common last names are the last names of the oppressors that oppressed your ancestors because it is the name of the slave plantation. when our ancestors were purchased, say for instance, they were purchased, the person that purchased them last name was Johnson, that made our last name Johnson. That's just how it went. And so that is the second thing that I am going to be doing when I receive the hand of Ifa. I am going to go through the naming ceremony also and change my name. That's been on my spirit for years. Like that wasn't something that I just woke up and was like, I want to change my name. I've been thinking about changing my name since I've been in my 20s. And I just never, really knew how to do it or, what to do. But I do now. So I want to do it. I really don't care about my surname, but I carry mine because I had it my whole life and I took my husband's name. I took my husband's name also. I mean, I do still have some credit cards with my maiden name on them, but I did take my husband's last name when we got married. My last name is Young, and I did some research that there is a Youngsville here in Alabama, about 2 hours away from where I currently live. They changed the name of it, that Alexander City. All you have to do is go to Google, type in your surname, and type what are the origins of that name, and it will definitely come up. My grandfather's last name is I mean, they said it was a huge plantation with my grandfather's last name. So that means that his side of the family, definitely were slaves down the line somewhere, because he has a last name that was big during slavery. I was watching this TikTok, and this white woman, and I'm going to say she was white because she was, this white woman posted a clip about an interview that Martin Luther King did back with NBC. Oh, I was going to say, who is that? With NBC, like right before he was assassinated. It's weird to me when I see white people, posting black clips and then attempting to, oh, I'm with you. It's so sad that the things that Martin Luther King talked about back during that time is still going on, and all of this kind of stuff. This, I'm here, that white savior complex. And then someone put in the was talking about Obama for as president. Oh, she said, "Oh yeah, I thought, when Obama took office that racism would end." And this woman that was so for the black people put in the comments, "Oh, well, was Obama was only half black." Like he was one of them good Negroes because he had white in him. And it's sad to me when I see white people playing that savior role. I know in the back of their mind that the only black people they like are probably the light skinned or ambiguous black people. You dark skinned black people, y'all still need to be held down. There is never, I'm sorry, I just don't trust a lot of white people when they get on that, oh, I'm down with you. I love y'all so much. Ooh, I love your hair. You're so beautiful. Your skin is just so. When they start to doing all them compliments and shit, my spidey senses go off. I just don't trust their ass. I'm sorry. Okay, I know y'all about to be mad at me, but I don't. I just don't. I don't trust them. On social media, that posting black people, posting Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and shit, you have an ulterior motive for doing that shit. I don't trust them. I don't. Phoenix said an interesting thing is I had my dad do it, and of course his Y chromosome is white, descended from Marie Antoinette's husband. They tell you all of that. They tell you about your chromosomes and everything on the African ancestry one. Hi, Montoria. Yeah, them ones that are pandering and always posting about something black. I'm supporting the black people. Martin Luther King was such a great person. Them be the main ones. I always look at them funny when they doing shit like that. I always look at them like, mm, mm, mm. I don't trust them. I don't. I'm not even going to lie. I do not trust them. I'm sorry. They all have ulterior motives. Mostly it's for fame. There are some women with a platform for black folks. She foolishly co-founded a black space. The white woman has now kicked. See? They have ulterior motives. They're doing this for a reason. She's probably like, of course, I didn't subscribe to her TikTok channel because I don't want to see your ass posting Martin Luther King. I don't. We don't need you, Karen, Becky. We don't need you to post Martin Luther King. The majority of black people have seen the majority of Martin Luther King's interviews and speeches. We've seen it. Show that, you show that to your white friends. We've seen it. We already know how intelligent and well spoken he was. Extremely intelligent. We already know that. Some let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Cause I didn't save it. I probably ain't gonna be able to find it because I didn't save it. But it was just some, I don't know. I don't even know who she is. You know how you watch TikTok and it's just like for you, it just came across not someone that I'm following. It was just like some random person. And when I saw Martin Luther King, I, was listening to see what she was saying because of course she had this like picture of Martin Luther King showing, and then I listened to it, and it was an article, it was an interview that he had did, and they were asking him about the state of and how long ago it was when the interviewer was calling black people Negroes. When I look at that kind of stuff, like, oh my God, like my birth certificate says Negro. Mine. So, yeah, we have come a long way. So, I mean, to me, she ain't, is not somebody that I would go back and look at again. Phoenix said African ancestry also focuses on African ethnic groups, and you won't have much info on non-African results. Oh, okay. But I do want to know the African part though. So that's why you did Two. So African ancestry traces direct lineage, lineages, mitochondrial DNA, and Y chromosome DNA. 23andMe is an autosomal test that looks at the whole tree, but they have a fraction of the African samples compared. Oh, okay. Well, I got to ask her which one did she do. I think they're in Hawaii right now, child. My grandson graduated from elementary school to middle school, and his mama took him and his little brother to Hawaii for a couple of days. So when she comes back and gets settled in and stuff, I'll ask her which one she did. Because she, even though she's Caucasian, she wanted to, look at his ancestry. Like I really like her. Her whole family, like she legit Caucasian. Both of her parents are Caucasian. Like she not mixed. She just like legit Caucasian. But, she loves the culture. Um, the kids seem very well balanced, as far as culture. Um, my grandson is, well, all of them have like curly, well, one of them, his hair is more straight, but my grandson's hair is very curly. I mean, he's such a handsome boy. Now she has three boys, but only one of them is biologically my grandson. But I love all of the kids. But when I say my grandson, it's because he is um my son's child. And she has kids with um she has kids with someone else also. So of course they would not be my biological grandchildren. I was trying to show y'all a picture. That's not the one I want to show you. Okay, this one. So that's him. And he is the spitting image of my son. I mean, the only difference between him and my son is his hair. His Because his hair is just, those ringlet curls, just deep curls. That's the only difference. And he's lighter, of course. But he is really the spitting image of um my son. So I love the fact that, she wanted to get her kids, because all of her children are by black men, and she wanted to have their ancestry done, so she did, which is nice. um so we on a journey. We are on a journey. For the people that just came in, we are on a journey to Ifa. I have made up my mind that um I was initiated into Lukumi at first. When I received my Alekes, it was into Lukumi, but I have been thinking about Ifa for a long time. And so I have finally made up my mind that I will be receiving the hand of Ifa, hopefully this year. Um, and we're going to get started. That's that. No, not yet. That's part of the journey. I have someone that I'm thinking about. So we are going to do some Zoom meetings because they're not in the same state that I'm in, which is fine. I don't really care about that. As long as but I know that this person has a reputable Babalao. I have researched the person. I have researched her Babalao. So we are going to go from there. I'm gonna start slow, and you know, but that's the direction that I want to go in. I'm not gonna say who it is yet. I don't really want to say who it is until after. Um, I'll tell everybody who it is after it happens, or right before the initiation. I'll let you guys know, because hopefully, that person will come on the channel and speak for themselves. So we're gonna wait and see. I did African ancestry first, then 23andMe about 6 months later. 86% African, 42% Nigerian, and they identify is it Igbo as a tribe, but I take that with a grain of salt. Thank you, Josiah. Yeah, I'm really happy about my decision because it wasn't a rash decision. Like, I've legitimately been thinking about this for a while, but let me tell you guys what happened. So, I had a Baba. I was he had gave me a reading. He had told me who my head Orisha was in Ifa and everything. And I was going to receive the hand of Ifa from him. He is extremely knowledgeable, like to the point where he used to teach African studies and everything. But something happened in his personal life that it didn't make the news, but it made Facebook. And it was true. And I was just devastated that this happened. And I know that people are human, and as humans, we all make mistakes. We do. But this was a huge mistake. It was so triggering for me. It was just so bad. And he has since apologized. I'm pretty sure he had to do ebos to the Orishas and everything. And I think I don't know. I think him and his wife got a divorce. And so I think he has left California. It looks like he moved down south. But I really, really enjoy his teaching. So I was talking, and he does have a channel on YouTube. He does teach Orisha classes. He does a lot for the community, and this was just such a bad thing. So I was talking to my husband. Now, this is not the person that I'm going to, but I was talking to my husband because my husband came in the room and I was watching him on TV. And my husband was like, "Is that dude that did all that stuff?" And you were like really upset. And I was like, "Yeah." And so, we had a conversation, and he was like, I'm pretty sure he has moved on. And hopefully he has been forgiven. And, all is well in his life. We have to stop holding on to stuff when people do things that we think are wrong. Because if God has forgiven him, and I'm pretty sure that God has, because God does not have the same mentality that we have. Things shit that we hold on to, God ain't holding on to. He will forgive you if you ask for forgiveness. And this is a forgivable offense. It's not like he killed somebody. So I have started to watch his teachings again. He is extremely knowledgeable. He is extremely versed in leukemia and Gizmo. Go sit down. He is he is extremely versed in leukemia and the Ifa tradition. He, I think, was crowned in Africa. He is uh, taking people to Africa to be crowned. So he has made a lot of trips back and forth from Africa, back to the States. So his teachings are very good. Now I'm going to tell you who he is. His name on YouTube is Oba Femi. If you want to watch his videos, I would, recommend him. Now he's not going to do my ceremony because I don't think he's in California anymore either. So if you want to watch his YouTube channel and watch his teachings, his name is Oba Femi. His teachings are great. He puts everything, because he's American, it's not hard to understand him. So, but he does speak fluent Spanish and Yoruba. So, if you want to watch his channel, you can watch him. He has some really good teachings, very good information. He makes things very simple for you to understand. Phoenix said, I watch him a lot. He was the Baba of another channel I watched, but it seems like they severed ties. He's very balanced. He is a very, my husband just sent me a message. Damn, I can't speak. Okay, so where am I, John? Oba Femi on OIDSI YouTube channel is really good for Ifa as well. I think that's the same person. Hold on, y'all. Let me find it. Because you know how Ifa people be having some complicated names. Let's see if I can find this channel. Oh, Lord. And I was just watching his videos. Wait, let me go back to my history. I'll probably be able to find it from there. Because I'm probably giving y'all the wrong channel. That may not even be his channel name. So, y'all, yesterday, me and my husband was going to go to the circus. And we get over there because it's not too far from our house. And child, we get over there and it was $40. Now it was a small tent. It was like one of them kind of circuses. Like they pitched a tent in this open parking lot, because I think where they were is where Macy's used to be, and Macy's is closed down. So they done pitched a tent. whole circus tent looking thing. So we get over there and looked at them prices, and the few little people that they featured was like one woman looked like she was doing backflips or something, and a couple of guys that was riding motorcycles on a hamster wheel or something for $40. No. So my husband just texted me and was like, babe, they in overflow parking. It's heck of people over there at the circus. Well, I'm happy for them. But you're not going to get my $40 to watch somebody on a damn riding around on a hamster wheel. And what is a Hispanic girl's name? Maria, uh, bending over backwards. I'm not paying for that. Okay, so this is him right here. Oba Femi. Oh, that's his YouTube channel. So it is Oba Femi Origunwa. Is that who you said? His is Oba Femi Origunwa. Founded the Orisha Lifestyle Academy. Okay, I'm reading his description. Oba Femi founded the Orisha Lifestyle Academy, which is OLA, as an independent, nonpartisan membership organization, think tank, and publisher. OLA is dedicated to being a resource for its members, who include priests, devotees, and students. Our objective is to help African Americans better understand the Yoruba world and the church choices we face in pursuit of the good condition. So yeah, he does offer classes. The classes are expensive. I'm gonna tell you that now. He ain't cheap. He ain't cheap. But you get what you pay for. Seriously. Like this man has, he has been to Africa. He is extremely knowledgeable, but he ain't cheap. He ain't. So, um, oh, he in Georgia. I thought it looked like he had to be in a southern state because California just looks different. Because there are some videos of him and he's talking outside and it looks like, he's in his backyard or something. California, you're not going to see a whole lot of normally you're not going to see a whole lot of land in people's backyards because it just depends on what part. Like if you're out in the rural areas of California, it's different. But in the city, in big cities, especially like in the North Bay and stuff, you're not going to see houses with on sitting on land with a whole lot of backyard, like a whole lot of trees and woods and stuff. And you're not going to see that. Not in the city. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, he got to be down south. It looks like he's down south somewhere because it just didn't look like he was still in the Bay Area. Because when I met him, he was here in the Bay Area. Like I met him face to face. Like he did an actual reading for me. Like I was legit on his mat. He did a reading for me. And I've went to a few of his services. Like he is really a nice person. So I was really shocked at what had happened. But he is very knowledgeable, extremely knowledgeable, very personable in person. Like a really, really nice person. When I met him, he was just really nice. He's one of those kind of people that make you feel comfortable because, like it is really intimidating to when you're in this religion, is because of the hierarchy the way things are, it's very intimidating when you meet someone. You know that they're Babalawo. You are expected to, greet them in a certain way in person, is what I'm talking about. Especially if you are in any of the practices, you know that you hold your Baba or Oba, you hold them in high esteem. They are to be respected. So, it's somewhat intimidating, but he was really a nice person. He really was. Like, I just wish what happened hadn't happened. And I'm trying to get over what happened because, I mean, I've gotten over it because I am watching him because he does have a lot of information. And what other thing that I have started to do is I've started to just not watch a whole lot of trash on YouTube. I just stopped. So most of my YouTube feed now is Ifa and tradition related. That is how I'm feeding my spirit. And I'm starting to feel like a better person. There are still a few people, family vloggers that I watch, but the majority of that crazy stuff that I used to watch, like the beef sector, I was legit getting up in the morning going, "Oh, I wonder who Adrian fighting today." I stopped watching that shit because I don't care who she fighting. I really don't. And I like, some of these people that do this crazy stuff on YouTube, like I like them as a person, but I had just gotten accustomed to watching them act crazy. And eventually that stuff, you know, wears on your spirit and you want to act crazy too. You want to talk about them and you want to get into situations, you see things. And like I wanted to do some reaction videos, but I don't know, because that kind of stuff brings crazy energy to you. I know that those things, they will bring views to your channel. More people will watch your videos if you do that. But then you have to be real careful because then it will bring an energy that you may not want to deal with. And right now we are in the process of moving. We're trying to find a house. So I don't really have everything set up like I normally do. I mean, but I could. I can set it up though. If I have to. I can get it together. But, I just, you don't want to cause excess trouble. I would rather have these lives where it's only, 10 people or 8 people or whatever, and we all on the same accord than to have these lives and it's 200 people and people are in the comment section fighting and acting crazy. I can't deal with that. So I like it is. I do. And I'm only trying to, bring peace and harmony to my life. Like, of course, I want to make money on YouTube like everybody else, but all money ain't good money. Money that causes your life to, causes you to drain peace from your life is not good money. Money that, if you have to do things that cause you to have a headache or cause you to have high blood pressure or whatever, that ain't good money. I don't want that money. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to have to hurt anybody. I don't want to have to, comfort anybody spiritually. I'm trying my best to be cool because, I have been told in readings that, my Ori is hot. I should be, doing more head cleansings and stuff like that to, keep my temper down. because I ain't that cute Oshun. I'm not the Oshun, the laughing, the with that ain't me. I'm the vulture. I'm the one. I'm that dark energy Oshun. That's me. And it has been. I've been told in more than one reading that that's who you are, and we gotta watch you because your temper has to be controlled. And I have always been the type of person that even now, like I get these, if I get upset, if I get frustrated or anything, I will have a hot flash just out of nowhere. Like I will start sweating on my nose and forehead and upper lip. And my mother used to tell me all the time when I was a little kid, because my nose and upper lip would always sweat. My mama used to say that back in the country, they would always say if you have a child who sweats on the top of their nose, they aggressive. They got a temper. And you have to watch them kind of kids. And that's how I was. I always was like, it would just be little beads of sweat. If I got mad or, frustrated, it would just be little beads of sweat on the top of my nose. And I still get like that. If I get mad, if I get angry or frustrated, I can just feel that heat rising up in me. And it's not always good. So I try to keep myself in a position where I don't get mad at people. I'm not, fighting with people. So, I don't know if I even want to go the reaction route because I know how people are. Well, you just study. Look at who told you that? Who told you that you were a child of Arumala? What is Tiamat? I never heard of that. Let me look it up, child. What is it? T. Come back, Gizmo. Ain't nobody called you. Did you spell it right? Because I don't see it on here. I don't see it in Google. What is that? You had a reading done? Who was it done by? Who did it? A Baba or so Orunmila is the Yoruba deity of wisdom, knowledge, and omniconscience, who is also known by several cognomens that further highlight his nature and role in the Yoruba pantheon. It says Orunmila is wisdom and Oshun is knowledge. For wisdom without knowledge is useless. And one who has knowledge without wisdom is merely a danger to themselves and others. Gosh, it don't really give that much information. Yeah, it don't really give a whole lot of information. But what happened to the person that gave you your reading? Hey, Anita, it was 3 years ago. Who, you were in Nigeria? You went to you visited Nigeria? I can't see. Hold on, let me go back to, because on the computer it'd be moving too fast. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get to. Oh, you didn't get initiated. You just had a reading. If you no, that can't be true, Josiah. That doesn't mean that it's someone that's received a hand of E5. If you haven't went through any ceremonies, then you haven't received the hand of E5. You have to go through a ceremony to receive the hand of E5. You just can't be born with the hand of E5. Now you can be born with that as your destiny, but um you still have to go through ceremony. Bohemian Heart Tarot. I just received my leques from a real Fina. I was scammed as well. I have been watching you for about 4 years. Thank you for all. Okay, wait. So were you scammed when you got your leques, or you have been scammed previous to? So time is a Mesopotamian goddess of birth, dark water, and womb. I'm a Cancer, and our energies align a lot. Never heard of that. Phoenix said, I only went to Nigeria last year. There's another knowledgeable person like yourself who facilitated the reading with the Baba. I'll inbox you the info because I don't want it out. Okay, that's fine. I was scammed because the ceremony was deemed invalid. I was scammed previously. So when you received your Elekes, you were scammed? How was the ceremony deemed invalid? I mean, that's the only thing. That's the only like problem I have with this religion. Okay, so I had the only problem I had at the first house that I belonged to was the fact that me and my godmother, our personalities clashed. She was a child of Oshun also. And I think we were just too much alike. Like she just irritated me. And she had this cocky attitude, like, so something happened one day that at her house that she didn't like, and she called everybody together like to fuss at us or whatever, like we were children and we were adults. Okay, yeah, you're our godmother, but we're still adults and you're going to talk to us like we're adults. And so she went and took her Oshun off the throne and brought it in the room where we were. I took the top off of her pot, which is a definite no no. Like, she was legit mad. She took the top off of her pot and revealed her Oshun to all of the people that were in the room. And she was like, I'm so serious. I brought mama in here to get y'all. And, we were like, what? Girl, you took it there? And after that, I was like, because I was new to the tradition. I was like, oh shit, she done sick those shoes on me. Everybody got mad. It was just like, what are you doing? And it was just, I don't know, it was crazy. So after that, I was like, everybody just got so mad. It was so fucking chaotic. Like, I had never seen anything like that. I had never witnessed anything like that. And we all just left. And we never went back. She was like, y'all not leaving? We were like, yeah, we're leaving. And she was like, and don't bring me no plate. I don't want you to, because when you leave a house, you're supposed to like legit leave. Like, you're supposed to bring your godmother a plate with coconuts and offerings and everything. And she was like, don't bring no plate. If you leave, you just gone. Don't come back. And so we did. So she still has my original plate that I brought her for my initial ceremony. So I don't know if she broke everybody's plate because when you have ceremonies, like really big ceremonies, you bring all of those plates out and they are used during ceremony because all of those plates were gifts to her. And they're, like, to give someone a plate, it depends on what, sometimes they'll say just bring a white plate with your offering or whatever on it. Or since my madrina was a child of Oshun, you could bring a plate with like Oshun colors. So she had some beautiful plates. So I don't know if she broke my plate or what, but I never went back. Like, she took the top off the pot. She was hot. She was like big mad that day. It was deemed invalid because there was no blood sacrifice, no divination was done. As I'm learning the real taboos and customs, I cannot believe I was on path to being a Iyanifa. So who was there? Who else was there during the ceremony? Because I didn't see my Alekes were fed before the ceremony. I didn't see them. You can't see your Alekes be fed. Not at that stage because you haven't been initiated yet. So the feeding of my Alekes was done before they were placed on me. I didn't see that part of the ceremony. So are you sure that they weren't fed? You're not going to see that part. You're not supposed to lay eyes on that part anyway. So how do you know that it didn't happen? These African religions sounds like patriarchy. I can't deal. I go to my matriarchal ancestors within. I connect with the archetype of energy within because I truly feel religions. Well, that's your feeling though. That's how you feel. We feel differently. We feel a connection to this religion. And it does. I mean, all religions are patriarchal because, the men have control of damn near everything. So of course they're going to there are, men babalaos, the men obas. There are more men in the but not in like your house is going to have women, but there are, the men are babalaos and obas and that type of thing. I don't have a problem with that. Most churches that you go to, the man is the pastor. It's very rare that you go to a church and there's a woman pastor. So I don't have a problem with patriarchy. Not in this sense. My kids were there, my spouse, and no one else. I mean, like in the house, when you received your elekes, were there people in the elay? Were your god brothers and sisters there during the ceremony? My ceremony was huge. Um, God brothers, sisters, Ibona, family. It was big. And the person that was receiving her elekes also, it was just two of us. So, her family is there. It was a big ceremony. There were a lot of people in attendance. Maybe she means like, in the sense of it's mostly men like Babalaos and Obas and stuff. Because yeah, there are women Orishas who are some of them more powerful than the men. They're all on the same level. Like this is not a religion where the female Orishas are out picking flowers and making baskets. No, they really out here. So Phoenix said, I think Ifa is more balanced than the church, the traditional black church. Not 100% of all religions are patriarchal, especially nature based ones. I don't have the issue with health. Yeah, neither do I. I don't have an issue as long as the men are not out there acting crazy. Oh, okay. She said no blood. She didn't believe in sacrifices. Okay, then yeah, you got scammed because this religion, if you're doing it the correct way, does have blood sacrifice. You must have found one of them vegan Lukumi houses because there are some out there that don't believe in um blood sacrifice. But if you go to Nigeria, it's definitely gonna happen. If you go to Cuba, it's gonna happen. If you go to Miami, it's gonna happen. If you are doing it the right way, it's gonna happen. And I think we all connect to our spirit guides in Ifa and Santeria, Lukumi. We all connect to them. We all have a connection. You just choose to do something different. There's no disconnect. There's no disconnect in the religion. Most people like myself are just looking for more information. Just like you researched whoever that spirit was that you found a connection to. I have a connection to Oshun. And what goes on with me receiving the hand of Ifa and all of that has nothing to do with my connection to Oshun. I'm already connected to her. I've already had my ceremony and, been told she is my guardian Orisha right now. So you chose that person and you are doing what you're doing. And, we people who are into this tradition, we have decided to do something else. So what's good for you is for you, and what's good for us is for us. I mean, that's how I look at religion. What people choose to do is what they choose to do. That's their path. I'm not walking your path. I'm walking mine. And I don't have no problem with what other people do. And I expect people to, that come to my channel to be able to respect what I'm doing and, don't disrespect. Can you practice this religion and receive elekes without having to be a priest? Yes, you can. Just because go through, this is just the first, receiving your elekes is the first initiation. There are many, many more. There are many initiations that you can have without, you can receive orishas without becoming a priest. It may come up in your reading that you need to receive Oshun. You may need to receive the pot of Oshun. You may need to receive your warriors. You may need to receive Elegua and Ogun. You're not going to be a priest until you go through Ocha. So yeah, get your elekes. If that's the only thing you want to do, stop there. You don't have to become a priest. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. So that's that. So I have decided to um, receive the hand of Ifa, and I will be moving in that direction. That is the journey that I am getting on. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research, um, studying, but I have definitely picked Ifa over Lukumi. Even though my elekes are for Lukumi, I'm still gonna wear my elekes. You can still wear your elekes, but I'm pretty sure when you receive the hand of Ifa, I'm gonna get something to add to this. I think they have one necklace and I think a bracelet, if I'm not mistaken. I think they do. But we'll see. So that's my plan, is to move in that direction and to have my ancestry DNA done, because I would just like to know. Now, I don't have no plans on going to Africa. I'm not going to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to get my ancestry done. I've never been one of those people that, oh, I got to touch the motherland. I got to go to Africa. I don't have to do that. I've never, you receive any day. Okay. I've never wanted, I've never really had that desire to go to Africa. I did when I was young. When I was in college and I had African friends and we were like close and talking my college years, you meet people, it's different, and they're like, yeah, you should come with us to visit. Then I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. But the world has changed. It's dangerous to be here. And then, you go to these countries, and as American, we stick out like a sore thumb. People like we legit have a target on our back. People know that we're American, and I just don't trust anybody at this point. I really don't. That's good to know. I've had a few readings. I'm just starting out. The main thing they told me was to venerate the ancestors first. Thank you for your information. Keep doing what they told you to do. Phoenix said, I think I may want another Ifa reading. The readings are way more now, though. Oh, way more expensive. I would like that. I went to Kenya and my eyes were open to lies told here. Then went to Nigeria last summer. I want to go back to Ghana and Senegal. I don't usually stick out unless I talk. I have friends who showed me around in Nigeria. If I was with someone that, I really trusted, people know we're American. As Americans, we have a certain, of course, when we open our mouth, they're gonna know we're not African when we open our mouth. But as Americans, we look different than other people. We dress different. We just have a different swag. You go to another country, you are going to stick out. They're going to know that you're American because you eventually have to open your mouth. Your hair is going to be different. Your clothes are going to be different. You're going to look different. And I don't know. I would really have to be with someone that I trusted, and I really don't want to, I thought about having a ceremony maybe in Cuba, but now that I'm doing Ifa, I know that if I have a ceremony, it will more than likely have to be in Nigeria if I get crowned. And I don't want to do that. I don't. I'm not going there. So I'm really trying to find someone with, like, I really want them to have ties here to the Bay Area. And I know that there are some people in San Francisco. I know there are. So I'm trying to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere else. Yeah, I know people in Nigeria stared at you if you real light because they automatically know. Okay, she ain't from here. They don't know. Yeah, there's some interesting houses here in the Bay Area. I just have to find one where, you know, where I fit in. Because I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, I'm 57 years old and I'm just, the only part about this religion, and I'm going to keep it 100 with you. The only part about this religion that I don't like is the hierarchy. Don't do this if you have issues with hierarchy. If you have issues with saluting someone, if you have issues with, like legit bowing down all the way to the flow in front of someone, don't do this because it's only going to upset you. And at first, I had a problem with that. Like, I got to get on the floor. Like, I legit got to bow down to priests. Like, they have to get on the floor for you to. Why you can't bless me standing up? I legit got to get on the floor. And then, because I'm a child of Oshun, not only do I have to get on the floor, but I got to get on the floor and like curtsy. And I'm a lot older now. And when you go to ceremony, it be hella priests there. It seemed like everybody named Mammy. Like the Bimbays is a magnet for Orisha people. Like Orisha people be coming from everywhere. And you gotta get on the floor and salute these people. They legit expect you to do that. And so don't do this if you have a problem with that. Because there is a certain hierarchy and you are expected to act a certain way, and if you don't act that way, you're gonna be in trouble with your godmother. or godfather or whoever, because you are a representation of them. Like, they are the ones training you. And if it's just like you go with your mama and you go to the store and you act stupid. When she get home, she gonna tell you all the things that you did wrong. I don't understand your question. I don't understand your question, Phoenix. How would a non-initiate be able to sift through DC Vera? What is that? Oh, you have a small elay with mostly women. We had women and men. I had to kneel during certain ceremonies for or organizations I'm affiliated with. Yeah. And see, I have a very bad knee. And so they had to get pillows to put down when I received my elecades, because there is a portion of the ceremony where you have to kneel. And so I had to have pillows put down and stuff so that, um, my knee would cooperate. But, like, I don't know. Like, I can't imagine doing all of that in my 50s, like getting down on the floor and doing all that curtsying and twisting and turning. I don't know. That's the only problem that I have. Can we do this standing up? I don't mind greeting somebody, but can I do it on my feet? I respect you the utmost. But can we do all of this standing up? Like, I don't want to. Oh God. That's the only problem I have. Oh, deceivers. How would a non initiate be able to sift through deceivers? I don't know, because I was deceived. You just have to do a lot of research. Don't get excited. I think that's like one of the main things. Don't jump into this like head first. Like, do your research. Like, you're not going to walk into a car dealership, a used car lot. You're not going to walk onto a used car lot and just get a pretty car because it's pretty. You're going to do some research. You're going to bring a mechanic with you, probably. You're going to have that car looked at because it's used. You don't know what that damn car done been through, but they can make it shiny and pretty. And that's how this is. We as black, especially black Americans, we want to have a connection to our culture so bad that we can be, taken advantage of easily because we want it so bad. So you can't be in a position where you're desperate or you just, go with the first person that you see, because people trust me. You know what I mean? People trust me. You don't know me from a can of paint. You just see me on YouTube. You know that I've been on YouTube. You see my elecades. You are taking my word for it that they are real. They are real. But there are no pictures. Like, I can't prove to you that I went through this ceremony. I can't prove it. There's no pictures. And y'all be wanting receipts. There are no receipts. There are none. But you believe me. And that's the thing. You just have to be careful who you believe. If it's a Babalao, if it's a Oba or something, you should be able to trace their lineage. You should know somebody else that knows that person, that knows the next person, who else is in that house. You should be able to talk to some of the other god kids. This is where I messed up at. I only met one godchild of the person that lied and said that she was giving me the hand of Ifa. I only met one of her god kids. She said there were others, but I didn't meet them. So the person that I met, they had their elekes. So when I met them, they claimed to be a Yawo. They were in all white. That was how I started talking to them. Okay, let me go all the way back. So I went to this Cuban restaurant. Person who, the waiter was dressed in all white, head covered, white shirt, white pants, white shoes. And I was like, okay, that's strange for a restaurant. But I didn't say anything at first. And then I saw like a little glimpse of their legs because he had on a button-up shirt, white shirt. And so I asked him, are you a Yawa? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, Alafia, and we talked for a minute. And he told me who his godmother was, and I think he was like 6 months into his Yawo year. And we were friends on Facebook. We started talking to each other and stuff on Facebook. Because I had told him that I was looking for a house. And he was like, oh, you would love my godmother. She's this, she's that, blah, blah, blah. And so he told me how to look her up on Facebook. Okay, so yeah, she looked legit. And I met her, and she wasn't legit. Because I only met one person. And I didn't ask enough questions. I didn't ask who her godmother was. And it was a huge red flag when I got to her house and there was nobody there. Just her and her son, who she said was a priest of Shango. And I'm pretty sure he wasn't a priest either because she wasn't. So you just have to be careful. You just have to be careful because we, like Arnita said, you are so right. We are so hungry for a spiritual connection. Like we want it so bad. And we start thinking that other black people won't do us dirty. But yeah, they will. They will. They most definitely will. They will take advantage of you also. Other black people. So don't be thinking that, oh, I met somebody black and, they're going to help me. They're going to do me right. No, they'll do you dirty too. They sure will. So I'm just, it wouldn't. Now, if she had asked for a crazy amount of money, she would have never got me. But it was reasonable. And I should have been like, then. When it was reasonable. But, that happened. It was a lesson learned. Blue said, why I trust you. I've been watching you since 2016. You're consistent. You don't give off scammer vibes. And with the influx of people showing spiritual interest in Lukumi or Ifa, you could have taken advantage. And I could. I really could have taken advantage of people. Because I've had so many people, come into my DMs and ask me for stuff. Like, I could legit been taking advantage of people. But I tell people up front, I have my lekes, that's it. I'm not a priest. I can't crown you. Because I don't have a crown. Now that is, I have been told that it is my destiny. But that crown has not touched my head. So I don't have the right to, crown anybody else. Now, I can help you on this path. I can give you the information that, I have gathered. Now, I do spiritual readings, but I'm not going to officially tell you who your head Orisha is. I do help people and do spiritual readings. I do, oracle cards, and I don't do tarot. I don't like tarot cards, but I do oracle cards and spirit animal cards and chakra and crystal readings. But save that. Who is my head Orisha? Save that for a Babalao or a priest or a Oba, somebody like that. That's really the only person that can tell you who your head Orisha is, because they have to go to the mat themselves and ask. I don't have a mat. I'm not at that point. Thank you, Phoenix. Phoenix, like, you ain't gonna come up in here talking crazy. And I appreciate that so much. So, I do some readings. Hey, Sundrop. I do some readings and stuff, but I'm not going to, tell you who your head Orisha is officially. Now, if you give me some information, I can kind of tell you, who you need to work with because of what is going on in your life. But I ain't no psychic. Don't come to me thinking I'm going to tell you everything that's going on in your life. I ain't never told nobody I was a psychic. You need to tell me what's going on with you so that I can help you make things better. Now, if you tell me what's going on with you, like you come to me and tell me that you're having problems with fertility, then I'm, going to tell you that, maybe you should give an offering to Oshun or Yemaya and ask them to, help you with your womb and help you, conceive a child. It just depends on what is going on in your life. But in order to have that officially done, you need to go to someone who is, rightfully able to give you that type of reading officially. It's okay though if you're not. I tell people, if you're not even considering initiation, if you're just interested in, you're interested in the Orishas, but you're not interested in being initiated, I'm your person. Because, I can help you set up your altars and stuff for your ancestors and get you started on that kind of stuff. But if initiation is your goal, then you need to either find a godmother or a godfather to um, get you on the right track. And I consider myself, because we do call ourselves here the House of Black Hearts, and I am the EI of this channel. I do consider myself, if you want to be a member, join the channel, that would kind of make me your godmother, because I am initiated and I am the elder of my family. So I am considered an elder. You can come to me for assistance. But this is not my the only spiritual part of my life. I am a certified crystal healer. I have been to metaphysical School, I graduated. We did crystal healing, chakra healing, all of that stuff. I am certified. Now I can prove that I went to school and graduated. The certificates are probably in storage, but I do have it. So, I do more than one thing. I'm multifaceted. It's not like the wind blowing. Um, the family across the street from us, I think, are Buddhist, and they have like the Buddhas outside on their porch, or lions or something. They are Asian, so I guess they're Buddhist, and they have wind chimes on their porch. And if it's windy enough and the windows are open, and my windows are open, I can hear them because they're like directly across the street from us. So that's it, y'all. I think I'm going to go and fix me something to eat. I got a nice steak and some scrimps. So I think I'm going to fix my steak and fix me some shrimps. I might make me a potato and pretend like it's Sizzler. I I don't know why I like the Sizzler. And their steaks are so tough and rubbery. But it's just, I think it's nostalgia. Because when I was a kid, after church, sometimes on Sundays, we would go to the Sizzler. And to me, the Sizzler was, it was upscale. Like it was a real restaurant. It wasn't like McDonald's. Like, as a kid, the Sizzler was like a 4-star restaurant. And I just grew up on the Sizzler. If you wanted steak or shrimps or whatever, you went to Sizzler. And I remember, I remember the first time that, I went to Sizzler and my mom didn't get me like a burger, or whatever. I remember like when I was a teenager, my mom finally let me get the steak and all you could eat shrimp. Child, I could have fell out right there in the middle of the Sizzler. At that point, I thought I was an adult because I was eating the steak. Because the kids, you go to Sizzler with the grown folks, you eat off the kids' menu. Honey, my mama got me steak and all you could eat shrimp, and you couldn't tell me shit. I was grown. I was grown at that point. I'm out here eating steak with the big dogs. And so Sizzler has always had a special place in my heart. I don't care. Every now and then, I still got to go to Sizzler. And I have been to some very nice, as an adult, I have been to some real steak houses. My husband took me to a place called Fleming's. Was it Fleming's? Yeah. Last year for my birthday. And it was one of them places that they don't put the prices on the menu. You don't know how much the damn steak costs until they bring you the bill. Like let me see if I can find a menu. I'm going on there. We at the restaurant. I don't know why I'm tripping. Cause I knew we had money, but I wanted to see how much this shit costs. Let me see if it's on here. Yeah. See, they see. Let me show you. Cause I'm on there. I'm on there. Why won't it just show the dinner menu? Yeah. So the filet mignon, they put the choices, but they don't put the price. This the menu. They put the choices. Uh, 11-ounce filet mignon, 8-ounce uh petite filet mignon, prime rib, 16-ounce, and a certified ribeye, 14-ounce. And then they have like this prime tomahawk, 36-ounce. I think it was $50. If I'm not, it was either 50 or $75. But there are no prices. It's one of those restaurants that don't have a price. And when the bill came, we both had, did we have an entree? I mean, an appetizer? I don't remember if we had an appetizer. But it was basically $100 per person. A little over $100. And that didn't include dessert. We didn't get dessert, I don't think. I was full and I didn't want any dessert because I think I had cake at home. But yeah, so I've been to nice, nice restaurants. They take you. You have to know that when you go to certain restaurants, ain't no price because you gotta have some money when you go there. The place is nice. It's high end. It was in Walnut Creek. If you know the Bay Area, the majority of people that live in Walnut Creek are, and they got money because it's one of the expensive places in the Bay Area. So this was a very high end steakhouse. So yeah, it was over $100 per person, and of course your tips and all of that kind of stuff. So, but the steak, you didn't even really have to chew it. The steak was perfectly cooked. It was like butter. I was like, God damn, I ain't never had a steak like that. I mean, it was so good compared to if we had eaten at Sizzler the day before, and you got to eat that tough cut of meat from the Sizzler and then go to like a high end steakhouse. Oh my god, that steak was so good. And the steak is good if you heat it up and it's good the next day. It was a nice size steak. Like I ate off of that for 2 days. And then I heated it up and it was still good the next day. So it's worth it. If you want to pay that kind of money and you go to a high end place, it's worth it. But Sizzler gonna give you that tough. They gonna give you that piece of that steak must come off the butt or something because it's tough. They steaks be tough as hell. Oh girl, you gonna get some surprises because there ain't no prices on the menu. But I had already heard that the tomahawk, it's a specialty steak. It's huge. I think two people can eat a tomahawk or something. Like two people can eat off of that. Um, and I think it's like $75 or something. Just the steak, not the sides and stuff. Because it's a big piece of meat. And I told my husband we gonna have to do it one time. And the appetizers, there was this one. The thing is huge. They bring it out in this big platter, and the platter got its own stand and everything. And it's just this ice bucket with crab legs, shrimp, mussels, just it's just all kind of stuff. The presentation was great. I just don't like mussels and stuff, clams and oysters. It had a lot going on, and it was one of the appetizers. And when you see it coming to somebody's table, like you looking at it, but I mean, it was nice. The restaurant was really nice. I told my husband that we were supposed to go back for his birthday in April. I don't know what happened. I don't even remember, but we didn't go. Oh, I think we went to San Francisco. That's the one thing about the Bay Area. There are just so many nice restaurants. There's so many seafood restaurants. If you want seafood, crab, uh, oysters, all that kind of stuff, is plentiful here in the Bay Area. It's San Francisco. Uh, Recently, if you look on the channel, we went to Benicia, and this restaurant was like right on the water. I mean, I picked this restaurant for the views. And we are going to be going to some more restaurants here in the Bay Area that have spectacular views. There's one restaurant that has a view of the Bay Bridge that is lit up at night, and oh, it's gorgeous. So I do want to go there and a few other places. Like, there's so many beautiful places here in the Bay Area. And me and my husband are really the same, where we go to like the same places we know we like. We frequent those places, but I had told him this year we're going to start branching out and, going to more places. It's like looking online for restaurants with nice views in the Bay Area. That one we picked in Benicia, we didn't really pick it for the food, we picked it for the views. So it was really nice. And I want to do that some more. Yeah, I'm about to fix me something to eat. My husband had to go to work, and we went and got some things last night. So he took a sandwich or something to work, but I got me a steak, and I'm about to go fix it and fix me a potato, and that's gonna be it. And fix me some toast. And I'm gonna pretend like it's the that cheese toast or whatever that they give you at the Sizzler. I'm gonna pretend like it's that. I might even make me some cheese toast and call it a day. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. I wish my husband was here. It's boring when he's not here, when he gotta go to work. But I think he gets off early. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I think he get off at 10. So, or 10:30 or something. So it's not too bad. It's not raining. The sun came out. People were saying that it rained hard last night, but I ain't heard shit because I had the windows closed, and our bedroom is off the garage. And the way the house is built, the rain don't hit our windows. It's got to be like super duper raining for it to hit like the bathroom and the back door. But it has to be raining really hard, and the wind has to be pushing it in this direction for me to hear it. But my friends were saying, yeah, girl, it was raining heck hard last night. I ain't heard shit. I didn't hear nothing. Because after we got back from the grocery store, I came in here and my husband was on because he got a whole setup. His computer, his monitor, all his video games and all that stuff, honey. He be on his stuff until he get tired and I'll be in here asleep. So I went to sleep. But he said about 3 o'clock, he must have went to sleep around 3:30 or something. He took Gizmo out for the last time and he said it was raining. And when I got up this morning, it was raining, but it wasn't like raining. It was just raining, just slightly raining. So that's that, y'all. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I am going to start, making some alekes. Now, you ain't going to get a whole set. But if you have an Orisha that you feel a connection to, like if you feel a connection to Oshun, I will make you an Oshun Aleke so that you can wear that. But when I send it to you, I'm going to make sure you understand that this has just been blessed. I'm not gonna send you a whole set. I'm gonna send you the one that you feel like you are connected to. Because see, when I first got my lekes, when I first met the person that was going to be my godmother, she had asked me, have you done some research? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, so who do you think your Orisha is? And I was like, it's a toss up between Oshun and Yemiya. So she let me wear an Oshun necklace that she sold in the Botanica until I received, my reading. This was before I had my reading and everything, because in the Botanica she does sell alekes, and they bless them in, not whole sets though, and they bless them and give them to you. Because sometimes if you come in and you have a reading, they can give you an aleke after your reading. So anyway, blah 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 blah. After everything, after I had my reading and I received my real alekes, which are these, she took the fake one because she was like, you don't need that anymore. That was just to wear because you said you thought you had a connection to Oshun. So that's the same thing that I can do. I can bless in a leke and send that to you. If you feel like you have a connection to a certain Orisha, or if I do a spiritual reading for you and something comes up that I think is related to a certain Orisha, then you can wear the colors of that Orisha until you receive a official reading. Or even if you don't receive an official reading and you want to wear the colors of that Orisha because you feel a connection to that Orisha, that's fine. But you will know, because I'm going to make it 100% clear to you that that's not like the same aleka you will receive if you went through ceremony. You're just wearing that because you feel a connection to that Orisha, and that's okay to do. As long as you don't be going around telling people, I've been initiated, almost sure initiated, because you a lie. I ain't initiated you into nothing, girl. I just gave you a leke and I told you from the gate that it wasn't real, because I'm going to send you a whole note and instructions with that leke that I send you, and you better not be out here telling people and lying on me, because it's going to be in black and white. This ain't real. This is just for you to wear because you feel like you have a connection to that Orisha. Yeah, I make bracelets too. If you already, there go my ocean. Let me take it off. I'm like, see, if you are one of the members that received your packet from me, then you will receive one of these. You're not going to receive one with a B because I didn't put B's on people's. I just made the electrics, the bracelet. So yeah, you'll receive a bracelet. If you're a member of this channel, if you join and become a member, you get a package from me with the bracelet because that signifies that you are in the house of Black Hearts. We all have one. So we have that in common. I got mine, and if you're a member, then you have yours. Well, if you don't have a connection to them, then there's no reason for you. Why would you want to wear it? If you don't, if you don't have a connection, that's fine, sweetie. This is just for, people who feel that they have a connection to the Orisha, but they're not ready to officially initiate. But if you don't have a connection, that's fine. If you if you join the channel and you don't have a connection to the Orisha, I could send you a crystal bracelet. You could tell me then, hey, I'm not into the whole Orisha thing. And, I could send you just a beaded bracelet or a crystal bracelet, and you can still feel like, you are a part of the channel. Like you have something from me that everyone that is, officially a part of the channel, we all have in common. Yeah, um it doesn't have to be a Lekes. Because everybody that watched me is not into African spirituality. That's why I do try to talk about other things, because I know some people are not interested in that. But I do have a lot of people who are interested, and they are trying to learn, and they do want to be um on this path. And for the people who do want to be on this path, I want, us to feel that connection, like we belong to an unofficial house. Okay, that's why. It's a house, but it's unofficial. It's the house of the Black Hearts, unofficially. But you will officially receive a bracelet, because I do make jewelry. And I want us all to have something, from the channel. Have you been seeing the so-called UFO? They're out there. No? Where is it? Like where has it been sighted? I haven't heard anybody in the Bay Area talking about it. Is it down south or somewhere? Cause when there's UFO sightings, they're always in different places. Because was it last year? People in last year, either last year or the year before or something was going on with the Bay Bridge, and the people were hearing like these strange noises coming from the Bay Bridge. If you lived close to San Francisco, I mean, to the point where it made the news and everything. So we live on the opposite side of the bay. We don't, live near the Bay Bridge. So we couldn't hear it where we live. But there are a lot of people in San Francisco who was hearing it, and people were saying, "Oh my God, it's a UFO!" Like people were going out at night, um, posting on Facebook and stuff because they thought it was some kind of UFO, and it stopped. I don't know what it was, but I haven't heard anything. Seriously, go on Gina Colvin channel. you all will see them, and she has a lot of videos up on them. What, her channel on YouTube? Let me look right now. And after this, I'm leaving y'all because I'm hungry. Gina, Gina Marie Colvin. Let me see. That UFO just turned into a triangle. Okay, look like she got a lot of videos. Where she live? A flying saucer on the Arctic village. Where is that? Why these UFOs don't ever come to the Bay Area? Okay, looks interesting. She got a lot of videos though. This her, y'all. Hold on. Gina Marie Colvin Hill. That's her channel. I'll check it out. But I'm sorry. I'm not one of those people that I'm not into UFOs and stuff. I don't care. If they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I'm not. You know how some people are just like really into that and take stuff so literal, and everything that they see in the sky they think is a UFO. I'm not that person. And I'm sorry, but you know, when people, when they're they put 100% into UFOs and they think they seeing UFOs all the time, I don't know why I find that humorous. And I'm trying not to be disrespectful, but I don't know. I'm just not really into that. The government has been talking about it. They held a conference a couple of weeks ago. I mean, I'm not shooting it down, but I'm just not one of those people that, get off into people who have all these weird theories and stuff. Because I always feel like if it doesn't affect me, I don't care. Like I'm not out looking for UFOs. I'm not gonna be that. I don't know. Just like some people, are really into, like, some spiritual people feel like you're not really spiritual if you're not into astrology and numerology, and I don't do none of that. I'm, I see numbers, repetitive numbers a lot, but I don't really get into that spiritually. I'm not really into astrology. I mean, my whole focus really is Christianity and African spiritual religion. That's it. Crystals, card readings. That's it for me. That's as far as I'm going. I'm not going no place else. I ain't. That's not my ministry. The government knows that they are the ancient ancestors are here. Have you astral projected? I have. But I don't even like talking about that. I think that's a personal thing. You know, I don't really talk about it. Because people be like, where'd you go? I follow a travel agent who is obsessed with the. Yeah, and see, that's me too. I stopped watching the news. I don't watch the news. It's got to be the only time I watched the news was when that situation happened in Texas. Now I know recently something else happened in Philadelphia. It's been, stuff going on, but I don't watch the news because I just don't want to take it. Has to be something going on in my area for me to tune in and really watch the news, because you know that the news is controlled by the media. They're only going to let out stuff that they want you to know. In the news, the media wants you to stay in a heightened state. That's why so many people have anxiety and depression, because they sitting around looking at the news, looking at what's going on in the world, and what's going on in their neighborhood. This person got carjacked. This person, got beat up. This happened to this child. This cat fell off the roof. This dog fell into a hole, and it took 50 firefighters to. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't. I have enough going on in my own life to, stress me out. I have a dog who is allergic to every damn protein. So he can't eat chicken, he can't eat beef, he has to eat duck and lamb and, vegetables. He can't have corn, and he's driving me crazy because the dog food that has the stuff in it that he's supposed to eat, he won't eat. So I'm trying to figure out a food that my eczema having dog can eat. I don't have time to worry about a three-legged cat that fell in a hole and 500 firefighters are trying to save her. I can't do it. I'm stressed out because we can't find a house. Houses are not even going on the market right now. People are so scared because the interest rates are getting higher and higher, and shit is going on in this world that is so unbalanced that they said houses are not even going on the market. People ain't selling. And we can't afford a new build. So I got my own shit. I can't I can't worry about UFOs or sightings in the sky and numbers and all of that kind of stuff. That shit would drive. I'm not doing it. Homes are high everywhere. People are complaining everywhere. I saw a woman in Florida talking about how much the home prices have changed in Florida, Virginia, everywhere. Home prices are going up everywhere, not just California. But yeah, they are high here. They high as hell. They not just high a little bit. They like high high. They not playing with you in California, but they ain't playing nowhere. Houses are high, apartments are high. It's crazy. The news of the aliens. He's super cool, super handsome, intelligent, but he stays on the alien stuff. My husband also has a slight fascination with. See, I don't have a fascination with aliens. You know what is so funny? I, the little green alien toys that used to be like super popular. I think like the little toy was green and he had like these big black eyes. I had went to Party City and was like looking for those because I wanted to make some like earrings. I'm fascinated with like I have like tie-dye alien t-shirts, like stuff like that. I'm legit fascinated with. And like stuffed animal aliens, that kind of thing. But like legit finding aliens and looking for aliens and hearing about people, like looking for aliens, that's not me. I'm not. I would rather watch like a storm chaser. Somebody looking for tornadoes and hurricanes and stuff. I like that kind of stuff. People chasing storms, people like, taking pictures of big, beautiful lightning bolts. I would rather watch that than somebody looking for an alien. That's just not my thing. The Anunnakis, is it Anunnakis? Or about to take over the airwaves all over the world. Keep your eyes on the TV. Okay. Where are the Anunnakis now? And who are the Anunnakis? And why? Why are they taking over the TV? Like, why are they gonna do that? I love watching. You know what I really like is like normal people that because I do watch some people that do van life. I like normal people that, and it's mostly men that do this. I like normal people that do the van life and go to remote places like camp somewhere near a lake, and then it's storming and they get these great pictures of thunder and lightning. I like that. And I like to just watch them in the van while the thunder and lightning is going on and stuff. I like that. Cause they ain't out there looking for aliens and stuff. They just like living their life. That's the kind of stuff I like. Or looking for a, chasing a tornado. It. I of course don't want to see people hurt, and it hurts me to see, homes and stuff destroyed. But just the force, watching the force of a tornado is just like, now I can watch that. I have sat here and just watched video after video after video of, people chasing tornadoes, or like F5 tornado in Oklahoma. Those type of videos. I will watch them. I will watch them until I be like, okay, girl, you done watch like 50 tornado videos. Because you know how it is on YouTube. If you watch one, then they start recommending. Then they start recommending them videos to you. And you done watch 50, 11 dozen of them before you know it. Then when I go back to my history, and it's like nothing but tornado. Do you know we've been on here for 2 hours? God damn. Why y'all don't tell me to shut up? That's why I'm so hungry. Um, the white folks named them aliens, but they are the Anunnakis. The Anunnakis are in those ships they call the UFO. Okay. Sundrop said, I find storms relaxing. I sleep good in the storm. It don't storm enough here in California. So you ain't gonna sleep if you come here. It is very rare that. Let me watch one of her videos so this will be in my history or I will forget. Okay. Um, don't come here thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna storm. Shit. Not here. If it thunder, it's gonna thunder like 2 times. And that's it. It's gonna just be like boom, boom, boom. Boom. See y'all next year. Because California is crazy. We will have electrical storms. Like, when it get hot and muggy, like if it gets too hot here, we gonna have an electrical storm. I can see the clouds. I know they coming. And that night, it will just lighten like it's crazy. And it won't. you can barely hear the rumblings of thunder. Like the thunder will just be light. It's more electrical than it is anything else. So don't come here thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to California and it's gonna storm and put me. No, it ain't gonna do shit. Cause we don't do that here, girl. Let me look up this Anunnakis and see what they say. How you spell it? Anunkis. Anunnakis. Okay, the Anunnaki is a group of deities of the ancient Sumerians and Assyrians and Babylonians. In the earliest Sumerian writings about them, in which from the post Akkadian period, the Anunnaki are deities in that pantheon, descendants of An and Ki, the god of the heavens and the goddess of earth, and their primary function was to decree the fates of humanity. So is that why they're coming? Is that what they're going to? This is what they look like, I guess. Is this the same people that you say coming? Is this them? You know, Hollywood tell you what's going to happen in movies. Watch Space Trader and get the answer. No, Dark Goddess. Is this the same people that you talking about? The Anunnaki? Or is it somebody else? Because you know, when people say stuff, I like to go back and read about it. Oh, that's them? That's who coming? Okay, so, well, they coming. They are the God of the heavens. And, okay, so it's two. It's the male and female. So the God of the heavens, An, and I guess Ki, is the goddess of earth. And their primary function was to decree the fates of humanity. But they're deities. These are deities. They don't need, why would they need a spaceship? They've been here before. They've lived here. You know, I know. I don't be going over an hour. An hour and a half is about as long as I normally try to go. Cause you know, I be looking at people. I be like, how the hell you stay on live for 4 hours? I be watching this one lady. She a van dweller. She live in a van, and she got like 2 channels, and she be on live for like 4 and 5 hours. Oh hell no. Well, that's because see, she in the van, so everything she want to do, she could just move her camera over and be cooking and all of that kind of stuff. I can't do that shit. When I get ready to cook, I got to. I mean, I can take y'all in the kitchen, but I don't want to do that. Like my other family, they don't want to be online. Like I swear, my mother-in-law will run. She will literally run and hide if she thinks I'm on live. She freaks out. So I stay in my room, or either I go outside because I know ain't nobody gonna come out there and bother me. But I like to go in like the common areas because somebody might come down in their pajamas or whatever, and I don't want to do that. But I'm not staying on here no 4 hours. Shit, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go fix me something to eat. And that's it. My hair dried. Oh no, it's still soft. It still got some. It still got a little bit of product on it. It just looks dry in that camera, but it's not. Yes, moisture. Come on, Afro. Yes, it still got a little moisture to it. I've been on 10 hours. What are they talking about for 10 hours? Was it a marathon? What? Cause we're almost okay. Okay, y'all. We gonna hit the 3 hour mark because we at 2:41. So I'm gonna get off in 15 minutes. So y'all better say everything you gotta say because we might as well go on and hit that 3 hour mark. We've been on here. We might as well do it. It's probably the first time. I don't think I have. I don't know. I might. Who knows? Because I got hella lives. What's Jeremiah 50 and 41? Let me see. What's this girl name? Hey Siri, go to Jeremiah 50 and 41.
Okay, I found this on the web for go to Jeremiah 1541. Check it out.
Did I tell her? I don't think she did what I said. She didn't. I hate when they don't understand. Jeremiah 50, verse 41. Is this the NIV? Yeah, I hate the NIV. King James. What does it say? Why did it say New King James? I just wanted the regular King James. Oh, here it is. Behold, a people shall come from the north, and a great nation and many kings shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth. Okay, what was that for? What does that mean? You know, I don't really read the Old Testament. I don't. I don't find a reason to. Are you snoring? Gizmo, you snoring? Stop. I don't find a reason to read the Old Testament because we're not living under the law anymore. We're living under grace. So I don't. There's nothing for me to go to the Old Testament for it because we're not living there. We almost we at 2:44. So we gonna stay here till we get to 3 hours. We didn't got this close. I'm gonna do like Paul. I'm gonna press. I'm starving, but I'm pressing. Where you get backdrops from? Where did you get those from? Cause I need one. I'm still trying to get my channel together. I've got 2 private videos so far, not public yet. Send me the link so I can watch them. Send me the link. I swear I won't give it to nobody. I just want to see. I love watching people's stuff. And I ain't even gonna talk about you. Don't you like Psalms? Yeah, but I like Psalms for other reasons though. I just like it because, it's like Psalms is like poetry. But some of the Old Testament I just don't mess with. It's nothing, You use pretty towels. Oh, okay. Because I don't know. It's nothing there for me. Not like that. Because we living under grace. That's what people don't understand. The people that's always talking about, oh, you sin, you doing this, you doing that. The Bible says you can't wear pants and polyester and cotton. You can't mix materials. That's the law. We're not even living under that no more. Jesus don't care nothing about that. He came to kill all that madness. All he wants you to do is love. Because he knew that we wasn't going to be able to do none of that other stuff. He had already looked at us and told the Father, they're not going to be able to obey all them commands. You setting them up for failure. And his blood put us in a position of grace. I don't have to worry about eating a goat, or what is it, a hooving an animal with hooves, and I don't have to worry about eating crabs or nothing like that. Jesus, he paid the price. If if we still have to worry about all of that stupid stuff that they, all them laws and man-made laws that they had in the Old Testament, it just doesn't make any sense for Jesus to have died on the cross. He could have just stayed in heaven. He came to get rid of that shit, so we wouldn't have to worry about it, because he knew we wasn't right. It was like Jesus went to heaven and said, Daddy, you know they're not going to act right. I've been down there with them for 33 years. Them some fools you made. You made them. They not gonna act right. They wasn't acting right from the gate. The first two you made mistakes. And then you just kept creating on top of the first failure you had. So show them some grace, please, because they're not gonna make it if you don't. And he was like, all right then, but you got to die for them. And he was like, all right, I'll do it. Because I love them. I know they good at heart. He knew we good at heart, but we gonna act the fool. So his blood covered, what to say? His blood covers a multitude of sins. His blood covered our sins. To the point where all we have to do is repent. You know what, Jesus, I know that wasn't right. Okay. Come on, sweetheart. I know you trying. Get back up. Get back out there. You gonna fall. Ain't none of us perfect. We gonna do some dirt. He knew that. And he took that one for the team. So that we could be covered. We are covered by his blood. So all of that stuff in the Old Testament about pigs and what? All that, you can't wear this, you can't do this, you can't do that. Do it. Shit. If you want to eat some shrimp, eat them. If you want to eat a goat, eat it. If you fornicating, fornicate. Just ask for forgiveness. Just don't be out here fornicating with somebody else's husband, though. I saw this video on TikTok. Y'all don't know how to keep nothing private, do you? You don't. You don't know some things. Listen, some things you need to take to your grave with you. It's a secret. Don't put it on TikTok. I saw this woman on TikTok tell the story about marrying a man. From what it seems, she married him while he was already in prison. I don't know. That part didn't make no sense. And I may have gotten that part wrong. But anyway, he's on a 25-year bid. And he got 2 correctional officers pregnant. He's 16 years into a 25-year bid, and she been I'ma stick beside him this whole time. And he has gotten 2 female correctional officers pregnant, and she's still sticking beside him. See, I would have left him when he got that 25-year bid, because I'm not going to mess up my life because you decided to mess up yours. And they don't give you 25 years for stealing bubble gum. 25 years, you did something serious. Shut up. Sometimes don't tell TikTok everything that's going on in your life. So now she said that the correctional officer contacted her to tell her that her husband got her pregnant. Shut up. Stop telling TikTok your intimate problems. Get a journal. Tell your mama, your auntie, your best friend. Which one? On Instagram? On Instagram? Girl, y'all be doing some stuff out here, and you be putting it on TikTok. My TikTok is Gizmo. Or when me and my husband go out to dinner or something, I'm not about to put nothing personal. I don't put personal. I don't put personal stuff on social media. I don't do that because I don't want y'all to know. You know, like about my personal life, like stuff like we buying a house, or we house hunting. Like maybe if we go furniture shopping or something, yeah, that's cool. But how many people? I'm not gonna tell you about my husband's ex-wife, and no, that's not your business. I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna tell you about my things that should be private. But some of y'all don't care. Shit. The more information, the better. I think some people feel like, oh, we got like 6, 7 more minutes. 7 minutes. We got 7 minutes. And I swear to God, I'm running out of things to say. I'm running out of shit to say, y'all. God, dog. How we do it? How do we get here? How do we get to we got 6 more minutes? How do we get to 3 hours? See, this is why I don't do this, because after a point I just get delirious and don't have anything to say, and then I get distracted, like the TV is on and I just want to turn the TV up so I can see what they saying, but I can't because I'm watching somebody's channel, and um I don't want to play it in the background. But I'm like straight delirious. Like, are we gonna make it? We still damn. How long does it take for 6 minutes to go? But y'all not saying nothing. Y'all just sitting there. I'm the one doing all the talking. Y'all tired too. Y'all have been sitting here for. So what do y'all be doing? Like when I'm talking, do you just have me playing in the background, and you just like walking around your house doing what you do, or are you legit sitting here watching? Because I can't watch nobody for this long. Like, you really got to be bringing it for me to. And still, I'm going to get up. I'm going to take Gizmo out to use the bathroom. I'm going to go out in the backyard. I'm going to come back. You still on. I can't just like sit here. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'm gonna make me something to eat. I'm gonna do all those things. Did I spill something like that? I'm gonna do all that. What y'all be doing? See, Phoenix and ate dinner. I haven't even had dinner, and it's 4:30. It sounded like somebody was walking down the street. I I haven't had dinner, and you didn't have wine. I ain't had nothing but water. We got 4 minutes. I'm out. I have legitimately tapped out. And you watching Netflix? See, that's not fair. Oh, you laying down and I said I'm sitting in this chair. We still got 4 minutes. Why do minutes take so long? Damn it. You just know we trying. And Gizmo looking at me like, what's wrong, Mom? I'm ready to go, Gizmo. I'm ready to go. And I'm trying to stay here for I'm trying to stay here for 4 minutes. He like, why? Mommy, why? Where is he, y'all? He right there. There he is. I don't know what's wrong with my mommy. I'm going back to sleep. I'm going back to sleep. Y'all stop looking at me. 3 minutes. What's Pieces of Her? What's that about? Because I need something to watch on Netflix. I need something. You know what I was watching? Has anybody's? But I was watching this. I think on HBO. Has anybody seen the Time Traveler's Wife? I think that's the name of it. I think it's the Time Traveler's Wife. It's about this dude that can time travel, and I don't think he can go forward any more than he was alive. So if he was only alive for 60 years, he can only travel that far. And he can go back only as far as his childhood, I think, when he first realized he could time travel. So he's traveling in between that time span. And so it like shows him meeting his wife when she was a little girl. And that part I thought was creepy. And then her as an adult. 2 minutes. So I've been exhausted these past few weeks. Too busy. The shootings. Girl, Monique and DL Hughley, now DL's daughter, then got in it. That's too much. We had 1 minute. 1 minute. We almost there. We almost there, y'all. We almost there. I swear to God. We are. For real. We're on a countdown. We almost made it. We almost, like this was a marathon. We did it. Wait a minute. We got a couple more seconds. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I swear to God. On LMN channel Monday at 8. Text me when you get home. It's coming on. I don't have that. I don't have LMN, I don't think. I don't have cable. All I have is like Showtime. We did it! We did it. Y'all, we did it! Oh my God. Wait till I tell my husband. He gonna be like, what? You was on live for 3 hours? Yes. We did it, y'all. Oh my God. Okay. The 7 people, the people that are here right now that made it to the end. Don't you say nothing, Phoenix. Don't Phoenix, don't you say a word. Okay. The seven people, okay, whoever just came in, you can't get it because you just came in. But the seven people that were here until the 3 hour mark, email me and I'm gonna send you a postcard or something. Shut up, Phoenix. Phoenix like, no, she not. No, she not. She ain't gonna send y'all shit. We made it. Ooh, y'all so special. Phoenix, don't you say nothing. I'ma send it for real. I'ma send y'all a postcard from somewhere in California. Some random place that I go to. No, Phoenix, you gonna be like, she ain't gonna send y'all nothing because she still ain't sent me my prize for being subscriber of the month. She ain't gonna send y'all a damn thing. No, for real, Phoenix, I'm gonna work on. As a matter of fact, after I fix my food and oh, the kids coming. After I fix my food and um relax for a little while, um should I eat a sandwich or and save my steak until tomorrow? No, I want my steak. But I'm hungry right now and it's gonna take that steak a minute to cook. Cause I have a chicken sandwich too. I want my steak though. I'm about to fix my steak. See, Phoenix, you didn't even have to do that. You didn't even have to say it's been 3 or 4 months. You see, you could have kept that. You could have been like, you know what? I know almost she won't be tired, and she got her own issues, but she gonna send it. Yeah, for real. You're not subscriber of the month because you gonna hold that title until you get your package. So it by then it's definitely subscriber of the quarter. All right, y'all. That's it. We at 303. We did it. We did it. Okay, we did it. So you going to eat fish? I could put some fish in the air fryer, but I kind of want my steak though. Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you for staying with me for 3 hours. I didn't mean to do that until I said bye. I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. Bye.